Attention travelers, welcome to Chicago, Illinois. Local time is now 10:42 a.m. For passengers attending Pokémon Go Fest, please proceed to the nearest Pokestop and ensure all devices are fully charged. Trainers visiting the Pokémon Fossil Museum are advised to prepare for an exciting journey through both prehistoric history and the world of Pokémon. On behalf of the city of Chicago, we wish you a fantastic adventure.
Hello everyone and welcome to Chicago. So I got up at about 5:30 a.m. Pittsburgh time and it is now 9:41 here in Chicago. We had to divert a little bit to go past a storm that was happening, but the weather is beautiful actually outside. It's a little humid because it just got done raining, but it's something that I am actually very used to, so I'm really excited. So for day one, we're actually going to explore the city, and we have a city pass, and we're going to be walking around and playing Pokemon Go from there. And then we also have a reservation at the Fossil Museum. I'm super excited for that. That's at 1 o'clock. And then tomorrow we have actual Go Fests. I also did want to remind everyone that I am doing a giveaway, and you all are going to see what I'm giving away at the end of the video because I have yet to go to the Fossil Museum and I don't really know what all they have in their merch shop, but I'm super excited to give back to you all, and I want to thank you all again for supporting the channel. Also, just a little treat. I did wind up bringing my Mega Dream EX with me. So let's go ahead and open a pack really quickly and see what I can pull. As you all know, and if you've been following me over on Instagram, I've been trying to pull the beautiful Dragonite. So we're going to pull our first card in this video, and then make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and you follow me over on Instagram to continue following my journey to see if I ever pull the card. I'm hoping that I do one day because it's such a beautiful card. I'm actually going to have my friend Alolan Raichu that I brought with me to hold my mic, and let's see how this goes. So I am hoping that the first pack that we pull out of this, the Dragonite will be in it, and then maybe our whole series will be done and I'll just give away the rest of the packs. So fingers crossed. I do love this set very, very much, and I'm not having any luck with Ascended Heroes, so I'm hoping that Mega Dream EX will give me what I want because I actually really do want the Dragonite in Japanese. Mischievous, Tapu Koko, Crustle. Oh, we pulled Cynthia's Spiritomb. This is a repeat. Awesome though. Oh, Dragonite, but not the Dragonite we're looking for. Okay. And we have the Choice Band on the end and Frostmoth. That's some actually really good first pack magic. Is this a sign that we're gonna pull the Dragonite? I don't know. Make sure you're following me over on Instagram for my shorts, and I'll probably post them here on YouTube too. So, but still, make sure you're following me because I am really trying to pull these guys. I really want that Dragonite. Anyway, back to the travel video. Let's get started. So, like I said before, our first day was the Pokemon Fossil Museum. Going into it, I really wasn't sure what to expect. Was it going to be mostly Pokemon displays, mostly fossils, a little of both? What I found was a really cool blend of real-world science and the Pokemon world. One thing I immediately noticed was how easy it was to move through the exhibit. Even with the steady flow of visitors, it never felt overcrowded. I didn't feel rushed while looking at the displays, and I was able to take my time reading information, taking pictures, and really just appreciating the details. If you've ever been to a convention or a special exhibit where you're shoulder to shoulder with people the whole time, it's definitely not that experience. So basically they give you a certain time, which is what you use when you're purchasing your ticket, and they kind of just let you go in at a time. So it's a nice even flow. It's really nice. So what impressed me the most was the amount of detail they had also put into every display. It would have been easy to just put the simple, like, Pokemon models next to the fossils and just call it a day, right? But they went much further than that. The comparison between the Pokemon and their real-world inspirations were incredibly well done. As a Pokemon fan, it was fascinating to see the connections between the fossil Pokemon and actual prehistoric creatures. Sometimes we see these Pokemon for years without really thinking about, what inspired the creators to make them. So seeing the real fossils side by side with Pokemon really helped me appreciate the design and the process behind the games even more. Honestly, that's probably my favorite part about the entire exhibit, the educational aspect of it all. It wasn't just showing off Pokemon. It was using Pokemon as a way to get people interested into science and paleontology and natural history. Whether you're a longtime Pokemon fan or someone who just enjoys museums, there was something interesting to discover around every corner. Now, if I had one wish for the exhibit itself, I really would have loved to have seen fossils from the Galar region because, as you all know on the channel, Arcazult, he's the boy. He's the one. He's so goated. I love him so much. The Galar fossil Pokemon are some of the most unique and unusual fossil designs we've actually gotten in the Pokemon world, in my opinion. They're based on historical misunderstandings of paleontology where fossils were incorrectly assembled, and I think that connection would have fit perfectly with the museum's theme. It felt like a missed opportunity not to include them. That said, there was still plenty to see, and I found myself stopping nearly at every display. The combination of detailed fossil exhibits and Pokemon comparisons kept me engaged the entire way through. Once again, though, if I had one real criticism of the experience, it would actually be with the merchandise. Whenever I visit a special exhibit like this, I love bringing home something unique to try and remember it by, and of course, to give to you all. Unfortunately, though, there really wasn't much exclusive merchandise available. One, because there was a limited amount of merch, and two, it had kind of already been picked through. Most of what was offered could already be purchased at the Pokemon Center, so it didn't really feel particularly special or tied directly to the exhibit itself. For an event this unique, I would have loved to have seen more like museum-exclusive items, maybe special pins, postcards, apparel, and collectibles, but usually what I was just seeing were Legos and the sunglasses. Although they had t-shirts and the keychain of Excavator Pikachu, it honestly kind of just felt like a missed opportunity for fans who wanted something memorable, like a keepsake for the experience, but still, that's just a small complaint, and it really didn't take away from the exhibit itself. The displays were fascinating, fantastic. The crowd level made it easy to enjoy everything at your own pace, even with everyone being in town for Go Fest and the fossil exhibit, and the real-world fossil comparisons were just genuinely fascinating. Overall, if you're a Pokemon fan, a museum fan, or just someone who enjoys seeing how creative ideas are inspired by the real world, I think that the Pokemon Fossil Museum is absolutely worth visiting. It's one of those experiences that reminds you just how much thought and inspiration goes into the Pokemon that we know and love. With the museum explored, it's time to get on to one of the main events of the trip, Pokemon Go Fest 2026. Before we move on, let me show you everything that I picked up at the Fossil Museum shop, and then we'll move right along to the actual Go Fest event. Oh, and I hope that you enjoyed that shot of one of the restaurants that I ate in Chinatown. It was quite the experience. Alright, and we are back, and it is the end of the first day, so we actually just got done with the fossil exhibit, so I wanted to kind of cut through in the middle. I'm actually still at the hotel, and I wanted to show you all some of the merch that we got. So, just to explain a little bit too, just in case I did not do that throughout the video, we were given 2 vouchers. You have to go through the exhibit part of it, and it's 5 items per person, including the bag that you get. We got 2 promo cards as well. I'm also going to be giving one of those away to you all. And let me go ahead and show you all what we got. So first off, I went and bought this shirt, which is really cool. And it's also got Field Museum on the side. There we go. And then I also believe at the bottom, here we go. At the bottom, there is also the Pokemon Fossil Museum tag. My husband picked up this shirt, and on the back, it has this with Fossil Museum on the back and the little tag. And I noticed that all of the shirts had that. I will say too, it was also very hard to record in there. So I'm sorry if I didn't get the best footage from just the Fossil Museum part. Here's also the bag. It's got Pikachu on it, and then here's the back. And this is a really big bag. I also picked up the Excavator Pikachu keychain plush for myself. And then lastly, here is the promo that you get with the Excavator Pikachu logo. Once again, that is the end of our first night. We're gonna move right on over to day 2, where we're going to tackle Go Fest. I'm going to try and go to one of the shops, fingers crossed. It's gonna be a really long day. We're gonna also be exploring more of Chicago. And then of course, at the end of the video, I will show you that final haul, and then I'll announce what you could win for the giveaway. All right, so day 2 of Pokemon Go Fest started at the merchandise pop-up shop in New City. One of the things I was most excited about was checking out the exclusive Pokemon Go anniversary merch they had available. There were some really unique items celebrating the game's anniversaries, like shirts and pins, and I ended up picking up quite a bit. I'll show everything that I bought at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around for that. After our merch shop visit, we went and explored the area. They had things going around like taking a picture with Zeraora and you could post it to social media. They had a giant Pikachu that you could take pictures of. They had charging stations. It was just like a really nice, relaxing, chill area to just sit and play the game, and it was nice. But of course, that was before the chaos. After the merch shop, the day started off a little bit of uncertainty because yesterday, they had actually cut the service to the game. One thing we quickly discovered was that the cell phone service around our hotel wasn't exactly cooperating. In fact, there were times where the service was completely out for Pokemon Go. At first we thought it might have been just a connectivity local issue, but then we realized that there was just a lot going on in Chicago that weekend. Not only was Pokemon Go Fest bringing thousands of trainers into the city, but there was also the FIFA Club World Cup that was taking place, a half a marathon was happening, and 2 separate music festivals were drawing huge crowds. The city was absolutely packed. Everywhere you looked, there were people attending one event after another, and the cellular networks were definitely feeling the pressure. If you've ever played Pokemon Go, you know how important a stable connection is, and unfortunately, there were times when loading the game took longer than expected. They even had to cut the Pikachu raids that were going on at the museum, which was crazy. Pokemon kind of wouldn't spawn right away, and simple actions were taking a little bit longer than usual. But once we got to the park and our ticket clicked in, it was all good. It was just a little frustrating, especially when you're traveling specifically to play the game that relies on phone connection. But at the same time, it was kind of incredible seeing just how busy Chicago was. The city was buzzing with activity, and it felt like there was something happening around every single corner. But thankfully, once we got moving and made our way towards the event areas, everything was calming down and everything was improving. And honestly, once the catches started rolling in, it became a lot easier to focus on the fun instead of the technical issues. Before diving fully into the event, we decided to check out the main merchandise shop as well. Getting in, however, was an adventure of its own. The line ended up being about a 40-minute wait, and the line was huge, but it actually wasn't too bad, which wasn't exactly ideal though if we were there trying to catch Pokemon and explore. But luckily, we had actually gotten into the shop right on time as soon as our time started to begin the event. By the time we had made it inside though, most of the popular items were pretty much already sold out and gone. It was a little disappointing, but it kind of balanced it out going to the New City location and this location, because that still meant that we picked up a lot of good things. That made the wait though a little bit more worthwhile, and it was nice finding a couple of unique items that weren't available at the other store that we had gone to. One thing I always enjoy about GoFest is seeing the community come together. And everywhere you looked, there were just trainers checking their phones, comparing shinies, battling raids, trading Pokemon, sharing tips with complete strangers. It was awesome. The event grounds themselves were fantastic. Each area had its own unique theme and atmosphere, and it was just so cool seeing so many people playing the game. Every section felt like a district, and there were also new things to discover as well. One of the coolest additions this year was the giant tents set up for Team Valor, Team Mystic, and Team Instinct. There weren't just places that you just stopped and rest. They had so much going on. They kind of acted as home bases for each team. Throughout the day, there were giveaways, trivia contests, and plenty of opportunities for trainers to show off their team with pride. It was so fun seeing fans gather around and underneath the tent and interacting with other players and just sharing that same allegiance. It was so cool. So what was the food situation like? Well, they also had plenty of food trucks around, people selling fruit. It was great. I even remember seeing White Sox. They were there, and they were actually giving away Pokemon Go White Sox shirts. I didn't get in line for it, but it looked really cool. But whether you wanted a quick snack or just something more sustainable, there was plenty of food options. And after spending hours of walking around and catching Pokemon, we actually went to a couple of food trucks, and it was nice to just be able to just sit down and eat. One of my favorite areas on the whole event was actually the Team Rocket Go section. And, you know, the atmosphere there was awesome. They had a big R with smoke like spewing out of it. It was so cool. The theming was spot on, and it felt like Team Rocket had taken over that side of the park. There were plenty of raids happening throughout the event, lots of shadow Pokemon encounters, and just the overall energy made it one of the most exciting places to spend your time. And speaking of shadow Pokemon, one of the biggest highlights of my trip happened here. After plenty of raids and even failing this shiny in the main game series, I actually managed to get a shiny Shadow Kyogre with a Chicago background. I remember screaming and people looking at me. I was so happy. I could not believe it. It was just incredible being able to have something like that. And you know, I probably won't transfer it into the main games, but it was just such a cool souvenir to take away from the event. Moments like that are exactly why people travel across the world to go to these events. Another huge highlight of my day was getting the chance to meet one of my favorite Pokemon Go content creators, Trainer Tips. I always watch his videos. I've been watching them for years, probably like 8 or 9 years. So being able to meet him in person was incredible. And I did want to say too, by the way, Nick, I know you're probably not watching, but thank you so much from the Squirtle from Japan that wound up being a lucky trade. It was so cool. I couldn't even believe that happened. The one thing that I love about the Pokemon community is how approachable so many content creators are, and it was so awesome getting to say hello to him and thank him for all the content he's made over the years. It's easy to get caught up in the hunt for shinies and rare Pokemon, but events like this remind me of why I fell in love with Pokemon in the first place. It's not just about what's rare, what's valuable, it's about the experiences, the memories, and the people that you meet along the way. As the day went on, we continued exploring the different habitats, checking spawns, completing research tasks, which, by the way, we were able to do. We got all the medals. I was really happy about that. We participated in raids, we kept shiny checking, and by the way, here's all the shinies that I was able to get from the event. Really cool. I got plenty. Of course, not every shiny hunt goes according to plan. You know, I missed out on my shiny Hisui and Zora, and I didn't get a shiny Vroom, but that's okay. That's okay. It's for the next event, right? The excitement of GoFest comes from never knowing what exactly you're going to click on next and what shiny you're going to be able to get. With the cell phone service issue earlier in the day, it didn't take away from the overall experience. Chicago was full of energy, the Pokemon community was out in full force, and with the World Cup marathon and the music festivals and GoFest all happening at the same time, it felt like the entire city had just become one big giant celebration. By the end of the day, my feet were killing me. We had walked so many miles, my phone battery was drained, my storage was filled up with photos and screenshots, and of course, plenty of shinies in my inventory in Pokemon Go. Everything was fantastic, and it's a trip that I will never forget. All right, let's turn it over to present me, and I will show you all the stuff that I got from Chicago, and of course, show you what you could be winning from my giveaway. All right, everyone, we are back from Chicago. It was a very long and exhausting trip, but man, I had so much fun. So, I kind of already showed you all everything that I had gotten from the fossil exhibit back on the first day, but now I'm going to show you everything that we got, including stuff that I also ordered from the Pokemon Center. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what I'm giving away. So I'm going to be showing off some of the things that we got from the New City merch location and from the merch store that was also in Grant Park. I kind of can't remember where I got things from where, but I can tell you that from some of the things that we found at New City were things that also couldn't be found at Grant Park and vice versa. So we actually did get quite the haul. I've been trying to find this shirt forever, and I finally found it. I think it is one of the very first shirts that was released for the game when it came out, one of the very first Go Fests. And actually on the back, it's saying 2019. Also, on the side of each shirt, it's going to have the 10th anniversary, which I think is really cool. So there was the front, and then there is the back. This next shirt is actually from one of the Go Fests that I really wanted to be able to go to, but I couldn't. It is from Pokemon Go Fest 2022, and it is Shaman themed. So there's the front, and of course we have that logo on the side. And to go with it, I got the Shaman kind of themed Go Fest pin too, which is great. Also, to go with the shirt, we got a pin as well, which is all the kind of Pokemon that are in it rainbow themed, which is, this is probably one of my favorite pins that I own now. So there are two versions of this shirt. The first one is actually one that we had found, I believe, at the New City location. So this is actually the Go Fest shirt for 2026. Almost forgot what year it was. There's the front, there's the back, and I don't think that this one actually has the logo on the side, but here's the shirt that you got for pre-ordering off of the actual Pokemon Go website, and it actually just comes in black, and it's got the logo on the back. And to be honest, I think I actually like the purple one more. But other than that, I believe that is all for the stuff that we bought from the merch shop. And of course they were giving out things like we got the cute little Pikachu hats to go with it, and then they were also giving out keychains and lure pins as well. I'll open that up really quickly just to show you all. There we go. So here's the cute little Pokestop keychain, and then we got a lure module keychain as well. Last but not least, I bought this huge Ampharos pin, Mega Ampharos. I think it's so cool. Where am I putting this? I have no idea, but we'll figure it out. I think eventually I'm going to make a really cool cork board with all like the types of pins that I have, because at this point my bag space and everything, I'm running out of places to put these pins. Now let's move over to the fossil stuff. So I actually ordered a lot of stuff from the Pokemon Center, and we'll start with that. I ordered the 4 collection set pins that you can get with Aerodactyl, oh please don't make me name Pokemon, Tyrantum, Archops, and Aramarus. Ooh, hopefully I didn't butcher that, but yes. I think that this is really cool. I think that you can take it out. You can. You can take it out and slide it out of the box. Let's see if I can get that. And there's more plastic too to kind of like keep it protected. And then when you open up, bam, there's all the pins. I think that those are really, really cool. And then you've also got the Pokemon Fossil Museum logo right here. And you've got all of the fossils there. And then there is the back of the box as well. So some of the last 2 things that I got was, here is the Excavator Pikachu pin, and then I actually went to the Field Museum tent at the Go Fest. They were selling stickers. And of course, here's an awesome shot of all of the posters that they were giving away too. We got 2 beautiful posters, and those look great. And last but not least, I also picked up a binder from the Pokemon Center as well, which is really cool. In fact, I haven't even looked inside of it yet, so it's kind of like a first reveal for me too. The thing to open it is the shape of a Pokeball, and then if we look inside, very nice. I love this type of quality. It looks great. And now let's talk about that giveaway. All right, so it's time for the giveaway. You've probably already seen it in the thumbnail. I'm going to be giving away the promo card that they give to you at the museum. And this one is actually mine, but I'm going to be giving away a sealed one in plastic. Excavator Pikachu plush. All you have to do is make sure that you like this video, you comment under this video, and if you would like extra entries, I'm also going to need you to follow me on Instagram and comment on the giveaway post, and that is going to be in the link in the description. But I really want to thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope that you all kind of like this new type of travel-ish style video that I wanted to do. With each travel video that I do, I feel like I'm getting better and better and kind of reading into what I should be doing to make these videos entertaining and informative to you all. But thank you once again. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, especially if you want to win Excavator Pikachu and take him home. I will catch you all next time with another travel video. Until then, peace out. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.